Good morning, students. Welcome to our class for today. This is Teacher Shai and welcome to our online class. Okay, so today we will be talking about what time is it? Today we will be talking about what time is it? Okay, so what time? So I think we will just review a little bit of what time is it because I'm not sure, but I think we've already you already know how to say the time in English. So in this class, we will touch a little bit on how to tell the time correctly and then identify the daily activities. Okay, daily activities are the things that we do every day. Okay, the things that we do every day, and then say what time do you do those activities. Okay, so in a clock, right? In a clock, ใช่ไหม? There are 12 numbers. There are 12 numbers in a clock. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. Okay. And in the clock, we have two hands. Okay? The long hand and the short hand. Oh, we already talked about this, right? The long hand and the short hand. So the long hand says the minute. Okay, minute is nati, ใช่ไหม nati. 2 nati, 10 nati. Okay, what about the shorthand? Okay, the shorthand says the hour. Okay, hour, I think hour is ชั่วโมง ใช่ไหม 1 ชั่วโมง 2 ชั่วโมง wow. Okay, all right, so again, the long hand says the minute and the minutes, and the short hand says the hour. Okay, hour, H-O-U-R, hour, and then the long hand says the minute, nati. And then the long thin hand also says the seconds, nati, ใช่ไหม? Okay, so if the long hand points at 12, we use the word o'clock to say what time is it. Okay, and then the shorthand says what o'clock or what hour are we in. So for example, what time is it in this clock? Let's erase it. Erase pen. Okay, so when you look at this clock, what time is it? The long hand points at 1, so we say it's 1. It's 1. And then the long hand points at 12. It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. But if the long hand, let's say, points at 2, then it's 1, 10. 1, 10. ใช่ไหม? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 60. And we also have minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ใช่ไหม? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ใช่ไหม? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 nati. ใช่ไหม? Okay, so but when the long hand points at 12, we say o'clock. So look at the clock again. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Let's try another one. Look at the time. Look at the clock. The shorthand points at 2. The shorthand points at 2. Now we say it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. All right. From then on, it'll be very easy for you to say, what time is it? Okay. So what time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Okay. It's 3 o'clock. One more time. It's 3 o'clock. Very good. Next one. 4. Yes, 4 o'clock. Okay, 4 o'clock. Next one. What time is it? 5. All right, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Very good. This one. Shorthand points at 6. 6. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Good job. What time is it? 7. All right, 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Okay. Again, remember why do we use o'clock? Because the longhand points at 12. Longhand, the T hand. Minute hand points at 12. So we use the word o'clock to say the time. O'clock to say the time. Okay. All right, 7 o'clock. Next, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. All right. Next, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Good job, Anina. O'clock. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And we have the last hour, 12. Okay, because this is the shorthand. This is the shorthand and it points at 12. It's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Okay. Now, Nina, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Okay. Okay, so that's it for our time telling. Now, I believe in Thai, you have a different time in saying the time, Shimai. You have a different way of telling the time. So in English, we only say, for example, it's morning, Shimai, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So in English, we have the two words AM and PM to say morning, morning until noon, and then afternoon until the evening. Okay, so for example, because in Thai, for example, at night, like what time do you go to bed? What time do you sleep? Like some students will say 1 o'clock. Okay. And then I think 1 in English is 7. So we just say 7 o'clock or 7 p.m. Okay. How do I say this? In Thai, when it's night, Shimai, when it's night, you say 7 o'clock is 1. 8 o'clock is 2. 3 ชั่วโมง, and then 9 o'clock is 3, 9 is 3 o'clock, something like that in Thai, right? But in English, I need you to remember that we just say the number, okay? Just say the number, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, just say the number at what the shorthand points at. Okay, so if the shorthand points at 11, then it's 11 o'clock. If the shorthand points at 10, then it's 10 o'clock. If the shorthand points at 1, it's 1 o'clock. Okay, if the shorthand points at 7, then it's 7 o'clock. Okay, all right. So daily activities. Let's have, we have the first one is wake up. All right, so the first word is wake up. Wake up. And then 2, eat breakfast. Eat breakfast. Eat breakfast is the first meal in the day. First meal of the day, breakfast. First meal of the day, breakfast. Oops, sorry. Before COVID, Shimai, we go to school. Go to school. All right, go to school. Next one. Today, grade 1 and grade 3 students will eat lunch at school. She might eat lunch with your classmates. Eat lunch. Eat lunch. So lunch is the second meal of the day. Okay, next one. Okay, so after everything at school, you go home. Go home. All right. And then at night, Shemai, at night, in the evening, you eat dinner with your family or your mom or your dad. Eat dinner. Eat dinner. Okay, eat dinner. And then go to bed. Go to bed. All right, go to bed. All right, so again, everybody, let's say the daily activities together. Wake up. Wake up. Eat breakfast. Eat breakfast. Go to school. Go to school. Eat lunch. Eat lunch. Go home. Go home. Next, eat dinner. Eat dinner. And then the last one, go to bed. Go to bed. Okay, so for example, this is what I was talking about. So for example, this is evening, Shimai. It's evening. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. It's evening. It's evening. And look at the clock. It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Okay? Because in Thai, if it's evening, Shimai, and then the shorthand points at 7, some says it's 1 ชั่วโมง. Shimai. Is that right? Some students say like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, but in English, we just say what number is the shorthand is pointing at. Okay, so even though it's evening, it's still 7 o'clock. Okay, it's still 7 o'clock. Okay, Mai? Okay, so let's go to our sentences for today. We have just one sentence for today. Now, you students, and then you say the daily activity. So I wake up, eat breakfast, go to school, eat lunch, and then to bed, go home, eat dinner, go to bed. Okay, daily activities. And then add time. Okay, time, we just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we have o'clock. Okay, so for example, we have we have eat breakfast. Eat breakfast. Eat breakfast, and then we have this time 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. All right, so let's write it in the blank. So I, teacher Shai, eat breakfast. I eat breakfast at 7 S-E-V-E-N, o'clock. Okay, so I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock. Let's read it together, everybody. I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock. I eat breakfast at 7 o'clock. Another one. Okay, it's the same. I, you, and then daily activity at blank time o'clock. Okay, we have the picture. Oh, the picture is go to bed. All right, go to bed at 9. Okay, 9 o'clock. All right, so I go to bed. I go to bed at 9, and I-N-E o'clock. Okay, so I go to bed. I go to bed. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. Easy ใช่ไหม Easy มากๆ Okay, last one. Last one, and then I blank at blank o'clock. When you go to school, Posse, what time do you eat lunch? Eat lunch, right? Eat lunch. This picture is eat lunch, and then we have 12 o'clock. All right, so I eat, lunch at 12. How do we spell 12? T-W-E-L-V-E o'clock. All right, so I eat lunch at 12 o'clock. I eat lunch at 12 o'clock. All right, activity for today. Ding, ding, ding. So I need you to write what time do you do these things, okay? So we have number 1, wake up. Number 2, go to school. Number 4, go home. And number 3, oh my God, Teacher Shy, wake up. Okay, sorry na. Okay, so again, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, number 1 is wake up. Number 2, go to school. Number 3, go home. And number 4, eat dinner. Okay, what time do you, students, what time do you wake up? What time do you go to school? What time do you go home? And what time do you eat dinner? Okay, it's up to you. What time? Okay, so you just write here. This is the sentence. Okay, for example, number one, I wake up. Oops, very far, sorry. Teacher Shy wake up at 5. Oh, Teacher Shy wakes up at 5. I wake up at 5 o'clock. Okay, that's Teacher Shy. What about you? You students. What time do you wake up? What time do you go to school? What time do you go home? And what time do you eat dinner? Okay, just 4 items. Write this in your notebook, and then after you answer, take a picture and then send it in the comments below. Okay, so that's it for our lesson today, grade 4. Thank you for watching, and see you again next week. Bye-bye.